or if you say that Israelis are trapped in a bubble, in an ignorance bubble, does this imply that they are not accountable, that they have no responsibility for the crimes that Israel is committing?
I mean, this is a question that haunts me, really haunts me. Like, as an Ashkenazi Jew, like most Ashkenazi Jews, most of my family was murdered in the Holocaust. From when I went to primary school, there was always this question that every year the teachers were asking us, what do you think makes it possible for like the normal Germans to support genocide? And even though I would say a large majority of Israelis are trying so hard to close their eyes and not to know what's happening, they still know. They cannot escape it. More and more Israeli soldiers are committing suicide. There were over 300 soldiers that have tried to commit suicide in the past year or so. Not all of them succeeded, but this is only those who were recognized by the military as having tried to commit suicide, because there are a lot who commit suicide quite successfully, but it doesn't register this because if you accidentally drop a grenade inside your bedroom, but the result is the same. And really the question is, and the levels of trauma and PTSD among Israeli soldiers and also among a lot of civilians is unbelievable. And I don't think we see this kind of PTSD response or this, certainly not suicide, among Palestinians, victims of the Israeli genocide. Because the reason that people suffer this kind of cognitive dissonance and trauma is because their values clash with the reality. And if those soldiers tell themselves, I have to take revenge for what happened on October 7th, and the government told me that it's fine, and there is a strategy, and I'm just a soldier, and I should obey orders. And even if I have my doubts, but I don't want to leave my comrades alone in the unit, so I have to fight alongside them because there's camaraderie in the unit. All of these excuses pile up and pile up and pile up, but after hundreds of days of killing in Gaza, at some point, the soldier realizes that now it's too late to stop. It's really a moment in which you can't just say, oh, sorry, I didn't know that there were children in this building, because it's already the building number 100 that you've blown up. And this is really where the truth comes out. And this is also proof, I think, that Israelis know. And it's also for us as scholars and people who try to understand and to encompass this genocide, important to recognize that the responsibility is not something that can be ignored, and we cannot accept an excuse when people say they don't know. The system of manipulation and disinformation exists. It's very powerful and it's very necessary in order to commit a genocide. But the system only operates with the cooperation of the Israeli public, who is willingly going with this stream and willingly going along with the genocide in a very similar, disturbingly similar way to the way that the German society was willing to go along with genocide.